safety and society. Smartphones are playing an extremely vital role in human lives. However, people may spend too much time on them, even staring at their screens while walking on the road.
According to the investigation by China court, among the various incentives for motor vehicle traffic accidents, cell phone usage ranked third, with a percentage of 10.56, which is just following drunk driving. In our daily life, it is also very common for people to run into obstacles because of their mobile phones. This is especially dangerous and causes widespread concern in society.
So, have people realized texting on the phone during walking or driving could lead to dangerous situations? We handed out some questionnaires and got 79 sets of feedback. From these diagrams and data, it is clear that using mobile phones while walking or driving has become a fashion today. We can see almost all the participants believe using mobile phone during walking or driving will take more reaction time to accidents, and nearly half of them have experienced some embarrassing or even dangerous situations because of it. But what's really interesting is that although people clearly know the harm of using cell phones on the way, only 2% among the 79 participants never use it during the processes of walking or driving. In other words, most people are aware of the risk of using mobile phones on the road, but they just can't wait. We have also investigated people's most common used applications. From the feedback, we can see that apart from the necessary applications such as Google Maps, some people also tend to text messages and listen to music. Then, in the following question, we asked participants whether texting is more dangerous compared with other applications, and most of the answers are yes.
In other words, most people are aware of the risk of texting on the road, but they still cannot wait until they reach somewhere safer. This interesting phenomenon caught our attention, and we decided to study it in more depth. Before the experiment, let's see how people feel about texting or other cell phone using behaviors. Do you think texting while walking will affect your concentration?
I think it will definitely affect my concentration because when I'm focusing on the screen, I can't look around.
Yeah, texting is affecting my concentration.
Yes, of course.
Yes, definitely, because you have to divide your attention to two things at the same time.
We also invite the school staffs from GEO to join our interview. What do you think? Do you think text while walking will affect your concentration?
Yes, I think it will affect my concentration because I'm doing two things at the same time.
Okay.
And I have to pay attention to not bumping into people, but at the same time I have to figure out what I was doing on my phone.
Do you think texting is more likely to lead to accidents?
Yes, of course.
So can you give me an example?
I was texting a friend when I was walking, but then I didn't pay attention. There's a guy walking towards me. So I basically bumped into him. And that's really tragic, and I will avoid texting while walking.
So embarrassing.
Yes, very embarrassing.
So what are the situations that texting can be dangerous? Have you ever experienced or have you ever seen such kind of situation?
I've never seen. The most serious thing is I bump into people or bump into the wall when I doing the texting.
In order to find out the impact of the cell phones to people's reaction time, we will conduct an experiment to show how different activities can influence our reactions and reaction times. According to the interview, we can see that using cell phones on the road may cause many unexpected accidents in common sense, and people are aware of the risk of this. To make the experiment work efficiently, we use an application which can test people's reaction time and another phone to attract subjects' attention. In the first part of the experiment, we ask the subjects to do the reaction test for 3 times and note down the time they used. Afterwards, we give them another cell phone so that they can talk to their friends on the phone while doing the test. Finally, The test subjects were asked to test a message by one hand and do the reaction test with another hand simultaneously. During this part of the experiment, there will be a certain distance between the two phones so that it can stimulate the scenario where people text a message while walking or driving on the road to the greatest extent. Then, the experiment data is sorted out in a form. By analyzing the data, we can see that when people are talking on the phone, the reaction time will increase significantly. When they're texting messages by WeChat, WhatsApp, or Instagram, they might spend even more time to realize things happening to them and then react to those things. Meanwhile, different applications have various effects on people's reaction time. Among all the tested applications, texting is the most influential, which makes the average reaction time 5 times larger than that of the blank control. Reading and talking on the phone can also extend the reaction time, but not as severe as texting.
According to Wiken's multiple resources theory, the tasks could be done efficiently only when they are not using the same kind of information. When people use cell phones while walking or driving simultaneously, the information of visual and auditory may be shared by these two tasks and lead to longer reaction time. Moreover, according to Anton Kevkin's research, locomotion is a complex motor skill that has to deal with dynamic changes in the environment by integrating sensory motor information. The head needs to process the visual and auditory information to maintain the stability in space. If head movements were disturbed during a locomotor task, the sensory information may be difficult to interpret, and the information issued from the locomotor movement itself would be difficult to disentangle from noise information. Head movement control with divided attention therefore would negatively impact not only the situational awareness, but also the dynamic stability of walking.
Texting while walking or driving has been a serious problem for a long time. People care too much about efficiency so that they ignore safety risks. In conclusion, in order to avoid tragedies such as car crashes, maybe we should consider more about safety rather than our messages.